So I completed this journal last night. So I thought I'd do a flip through. This was just a quick sketch with a pen that I colored last night, but I don't remember when I actually did the sketch, but I thought he was too adorable not to keep. And then on the other side I just did that, and then this is just an envelope full of ideas and things, just things I want to keep but don't really know where to put. I've been putting one of these in all my journals lately. And then the other side of this envelope, I just made a quick ghost with a piece of a plastic bag. And I watched one of Teresa's videos. She's Cracked Heart Studios here on YouTube, and she was making pumpkin scrap monsters, and so I just had to make one. And then so I made this one, but then I liked it too much to do anything more to it, and so I just left it like that. And I liked the way it looks on the back of what I used, so I made it like that so that you can see the back and hide my journaling. And so then I made this one, and then with the leftovers that I trimmed off from this and this, plus a couple other pieces of paper, I made this guy. And then same story with these. I didn't want to hide the back, so, and I kind of like how this hides this area here that I don't like as much, but I like the rest of the pumpkin, and so it's kind of cool. So I don't know if they're really monsters, but anyway, I like them. Then this was the first, this is what started this journal. I went to Scrap Fest, and I did the crop this time, and so I did this while at the crop. And that I was dressed as Supergirl because the theme was Supergirl, and if you were in costume then you would get a little goodie pack and stuff. And so yeah, this is about that day too. That was that was me in costume. Probably can't really see too well, but anyway, did this there too. Yeah, a silhouette of a superhero. And then just some random things because I like stars. I like the shape of stars for some reason. And then some of the pages don't really have explanations. They just are what they are. Now this, I had tried something and I didn't like it, and then I tried to fix it and I still didn't like it, and then finally, I don't remember what I saw, but it gave me the idea to use little pieces of scrapbooking paper, and I put those there, and now I'm happier with it. And so yeah. These are stamps that I made myself. Hi, girl. Then what was that again? What's it called? Where does it say? Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, just because. Still obsessed with cardboard. Used a magazine as reference, and was inspired by Melanie Martinez hair color, and I just felt like having fun. Kind of like the way it turned out. This is she's a stamp I made myself, but she kind of messed up, and so she's hard to color. But anyway, she's my little fairy, and yeah, I don't particularly love this page, but that's okay. This was this started with the, so I wanted to see what this would do if I sprayed through it, and that was the result. So yeah, failed experiment. It's just pieces of cardboard rolled together, and I think it's pretty. So these next few pages were soul art rituals that I did with Laura Holick. And so yeah, some of this isn't really pretty to look at, but it's a journal, and I journal. And so yeah, I don't really, I hate the wax bloom from my Prismacolors, but I love the Prismacolors because they do great stuff. But anyway, so yeah, these are just, I'm not going to go into the explanations because this was some washing, and this is coming up. I filmed the video, but I didn't edit it and upload it yet. But anyway, yes, washi ideas, more soul art rituals. Oh, okay, shit. Oh yeah, that's... just... don't care for this at all, but it's still staying in here because it happened, and there you go. Right, saw these in the trays in the backyard. I have a poster that it says keep in touch with your dreams, and it's both hands cupped like this, and dreamlike stuff coming out. And I love that, and so anyway, I just did that and journaled about it. Another soul art ritual. And this is a soul art ritual also. So there's, but here, now this is going to be hard to show in camera because it's so long. But growing. And then some more. Okay, this is near impossible to show in frame. Okay. A dream I had. But also a soul art ritual. This too. Lighting issues also, as usual. Okay, these are the lyrics to a song that I wrote, and my sister did the music and everything. We did that together, and when I was visiting back home in July. And so yeah, she walked alone. And I decided not to color this. I decided that I wanted to keep it just like that. But and you can't even really see it. There you go. And I just thought this worked perfectly with that song, so another soul art ritual. Some art quirks. Some doodles. This is also while I was visiting back home. Decided not to color these. This was using some spirograph things that my sister had, and I had fun creating little characters. This was inspired by her, and I just think she's adorable. And she looks like some kind of alien queen or something. And then I just did a face, still while visiting back home. This I also did, okay, the mermaid I did while visiting back home. And then just the other day, on Thursday, I put these rub-ons in. Because I've had these in my stash and I just kept looking at them and thinking I should use those. But I didn't know, I couldn't figure out what to use them in or on. And then finally, she just seemed perfect for it. The colors just seemed to work perfectly. And so, yeah. I've had them for a very long time. I'm surprised that they still worked. And here's some stack-a-doodle-doos. So this started my whole stacking obsession, and this happened a while back home too. But I did some more art quirks. And then I don't even really know what that's all about, but then I went to a restaurant. This was still visiting back home. I messed it up when I glued it down. But yeah, and these are rub-ons that didn't work anymore, that I've had as long, if not longer, than those seahorses and things. I absolutely love this one. This one's my favorite one on the whole package. So anyway, I thought that the colors worked perfectly with these, but I had to cut them out because they wouldn't rub off. They just didn't work. So anyway, yeah, I just did this page. This was a placemat from a restaurant. I don't know if I finished saying that part. Okay, and then I liked the pattern, so I decided to do it over here on this side. I did this and this while visiting back home, and the bird is this stencil, I just did the bird part with a pen and then colored him in. I did that the other day. And I used a magazine for reference, but I didn't, you know, I wasn't trying to make her look exactly like the magazine page. And then I got my sunburn, and yeah, so I journaled about that. And then here come the doodle stack of doodles, and you may have already seen the video on this. I really love this. It's so simple, but I love it. And I love this. I love the way the colors worked out on this. It's so vibrant. It's so pretty. My batteries are dying. Of course they are. Dream, imagine, create rainbow art, inspire, different, unusual, unique, fun, ideas, peace, and love. Some of my favorite words. Our anniversary, collage of ephemera from the day, and then there's a video about this too, Nestled Hearts, I think it's called, inspired by Larry. These were in a dream, alien eggs and stuff. This was inspired by Larry as well. I believe there's a video on this too. This was inspired by a dream I had where I was visiting Martha Stewart, and she had a room where the stuffed animals were like this, but I messed up when I did the drawing. The stuffed animals in the dream, the ones here, they were facing away from us. They had their backs to us. And this was more washi. This is where I did all the washi ideas. So there's a video about that too. More washi. More washi. Didn't really do more. More washi. I really love her. Love the way she worked out. Journaling about change. And then Sea Lemon did a tutorial on these patterns. One of them is quatrefoil and the other is, I can't remember. I'm sure I wrote it down. But, yeah, anyway. I can't remember. So anyway, I didn't want to completely hide the pattern, but... So I did the pattern and then I stamped inside. And I was going to show her, but I didn't get around to it yet. And then I did this out of book pages with the same patterns. You can see that I get obsessed with things, and then I do a bunch of it, and then I tire myself out, and then I move on to another obsession or whatever. And this, and then this is a empty roll of toilet paper, and I just liked the look of it, so I just took it apart. And yeah, and these are pieces of a cereal box, and I don't really know what this is all about. This here is a pocket, but I didn't put anything in it, and just pieces of cardboard, and I don't know what this is all about. I just did it because, and I kind of like it. Even though it's weird and doesn't really have any meaning or whatever. And then sometimes it just has to be the way it is, and strange is acceptable. Then this should have been in my Days of Creep journal, but I didn't think of it. It's inspired by a TV show called it's on Netflix. It's called Me and Me, and what's the queen's name? Panthea. It's inspired by Panthea, but changed a little bit. And then I saw this in a flyer, and I didn't want to glue it down just in case I wanted to use it in something else, or if I wanted to take it for inspiration and have it easier. So I just put it inside a piece of packaging. But anyway, this was inspired by this. But as you can see, I didn't do it exact. So you can see I was obsessed with pumpkins at the time, and so I drew these pumpkins. This is napkin. And then I did this pumpkin, which I think is beautiful. This was inspired by somebody, but I don't remember who. Then this is inspired by Kelly Donovan. I loved the idea of stars on top of the crown, and I loved the idea of a crown that isn't even, taller and shorter and stuff. So yeah, I like her. And then Halloween stuff. This, when I stuck those down, it made me ridiculously happy. I just really like the raised, but it's, I don't know, but anyway, it's really, I really enjoyed that, and so I'm thinking I need to do more of this kind of thing. But yeah. And I really like candy corn. And then she showed up in a floor tile, and so there you go. There you go. That's it for this journal.